All right, let's just show you what we have to do in Jamovi in one good video here. So I've put in some fake data for us, okay? I would have imported my Excel file, open, right? And then I browse till I find my file. I'm not going to do that because it's already here. But you should do that. And it should work out for you like this. Now, ultimately, you can see I got an IV. I got an IV as a number, a DV, a mediator, a moderator, age, my race variable, my race ethnicity variable has the participants put it, the gender variable. I have a participant number. It's at the wrong spot, but don't judge me for that. Okay. So it's not the wrong spot. It's fine. So first thing we want to do is we want to run our t-tests. So we're going to run a few t-tests. I'm going to click an independent sample t-test. Our grouping variable is our IV, and our dependent variable is our DV. Now, before I do anything, I want to just sort of make sure that my equality of variances test is non-significant. If this test is significant, I have to use the Welch's t-test. All right, you would use these numbers instead of these numbers for some things. Now, I'm just showing you what could happen. I do not have a violation of homogeneity of variance. The normality test, if this is significant, this then I would have to use the Mann-Whitney-U test. So this is the test I will use. This is the test I use if there are no violations, such as my case. This is the test I use if there's a violation of homogeneity, and this is the test I use, the Mann-Whitney, is if I use there's a violation of normality. I just bring this up so that you are checking these assumptions. Okay. Now, before I run this completely, I also want to check my descriptives to make sure there are no outliers for this test. So I put my IV in there and my DV here. And I want plots, and I would like a box plot, please. If I have an outlier, it'll show up outside of the box plot, and you should remove that outlier. Okay? I do not have an outlier, so that is fine. So now we have checked our assumptions for outliers and for our normality and homogeneity of variance. And I am going to just show you each of the three different ones, each of what we need to click. We need the effect size, 95 CI. You do want descriptives, and you want descriptive plots, right? So now we got a lot of things clicked here, and I can see here that my control group had more of the DV than my empathy group. This is a made-up example. It doesn't matter. My means for both groups are here. My standard deviations are here. My t-test is up here, the t-statistic, which means nothing is there. Degrees of freedom, my p-value, non-significant. Cohen's d is from negative medium to... Oh, I'm sorry. My Cohen's d is negative medium for the sample. That doesn't matter. My lower limit is negative large. My upper limit is positive large. If this were my data, I learned nothing, and that's okay. My results are inconclusive, right? So that's the main t-test you want to run. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and do something that's really cool. Analysis duplicate, because I want to keep all this the same, but I want to change my DV, and I don't think you're ready for the full-on wild output, because you can put multiple DVs here, but if you do that, you're going to get lost. Go ahead, do it, get lost, be a bad scientist. I know I have no control. I feel helpless. No, I'm just kidding. Here, I put my mediator in, and we see that my t-statistic is -1. That means nothing. Degrees of freedom 6. P-value, this result is 36% due to chance. I rounded up. My effect size of my sample is -0.71, means nothing. Negative large to almost positive large, so positive medium. Negative large to positive medium, it didn't cross the threshold. All right? But first, what I didn't do is I didn't check my assumptions of normality. Oh, almost a violation. It's not technically a violation. That's fine. If it was, I click the violation of normality. I click the Mann-Whitney U, but I also leave students click because it gives me the effect size in 95 CI. So just keep that in mind. We need to do this, like when you report this out, you're going to report this line up to here, and you're going to switch over for effect size. It's okay. All right. It's okay. I'm teaching you the right statistical techniques, but also we're making some decisions that make our life easy. Okay. So in this case, I don't have that, but it doesn't matter. This effect would still be non-significant. The result due to chance is about 45% due to chance. The Mann-Whitney U, I'm not going to tell you how it works. You're not super interested, and that's okay. All right, so that's the second one we have to do is the IV on the mediator. All right, and then we're going to do analysis, duplicate. And the third t-test we want to do is IV on the moderator, just to sort of see if there's a difference here. And again, I'm looking at my assumptions. First, normality, not significant, so it's not a violation of normality. Homogeneity of variance, not significant, not a violation of homogeneity of variance. If it was, I would click Welch's, okay? And the same thing with Welch's. If you find yourself in that scenario, use these effect sizes, okay? Go use these numbers, then use these numbers. Just trust me. All right, I'm going to click off the Welch's. This is not significant. P is greater than 0.05. Cohen's D is negative large to positive medium. Again, I made the data up, so don't expect it to tell us much. Everything's there. We've done our analyses there, and that's great. Those are our main t-test analyses. Now we're gonna go ahead and run the linear regression option. And essentially, regression, my bad, correlation matrix. I messed that up. If you ever do an analysis, you can just remove it. I'm not going to take that out. I'm not perfect. I don't have the time. It's the end of the year too. I want to just see the correlations between my DV, my mediator, and my moderator. Okay? That's one important thing. I want my 95 CI. For now, I like to, you can put the p-value in there, but for first look, I like to toggle it off. You can even look at the relationships. They're all positive here. You're not going to use these graphs. These graphs are impermissible on the project. I will take off on this poster and paper for using these wrong graphs. Okay. Just know I will do that this time. I will grade the final paper in a real way. Not to scare you. It's just I need to give you good feedback. Okay, so here for the relationship between the mediator and the DV, the correlation is 0.91. The 95% confidence interval is from 0.58 to 0.98. Remember, 0.1 is small, 0.3 is medium, 0.5 is large. This correlation in the population is large. It's positive, it's large, it's significant. We want to know the p-value for that correlation. I click that button, and it tells me the p-value is 0.0016. I don't like how that looks. It makes everything difficult to see, so I click it off. All right. My moderator and my DV, highly correlated, same sort of situation. The population correlation is between large and large, positive, large, and large. Mediator and moderator, they're also highly correlated. Same thing. You're seeing the same thing for all things. If you want the exact p-values, you've got 0.005, 0.002, 0.0016. That is less than a 0.16% chance due to chance, less than a 0.05% due to chance, to 0.2% due to chance, less than 5%. It's significant between large and large. Okay, it's the same thing. Now, that is awesome. We have now these correlations are interesting, and essentially I'm going to show you what to do with them for the paper, but this is all we need. You could add age in if you're curious, but you see it adds a whole bunch more correlations. I'll show you how to sort of navigate this in a second, but we're almost done with our analysis. We've done all our t-tests and all our correlations. You're going to have to do two extra things. First, we're going to want to download the an add-on. Now, if you can't do this, you can send me your data and I'll let you use my computer. So keep that in mind. Or you can tell me exactly what you need to do, and I will do what you tell me in your document and give you the results back. So you go to your Jamovi library and you want to install MedMod. Mine's already installed. Install it now. This will only work if you're using it on your Mac or PC. If you have a Chromebook, no dice. If you have I don't think it works on the cloud version, but you can play around with that. Like I said, I can let you use my computer, not a big deal. So install MedMod. The next thing you do is you go into your data. We don't have that much. So you change your IV, you create a new variable. And how did I do that? I'd click here, I click add, click insert data variable, and I just name it something. This is example adding variable. I'm not going to add anything, but you then want to give one of your conditions a 1 and the other condition a 0. For me, that's my control condition is 0, and my other condition, my empathy condition, is a 1. Okay? So I am now assuming you have MedMod installed, and this is going to be simple. Okay? We're just going to do this analysis real quick. MedMod mediation. IV is a number, is my predictor. DV is my DV. Mediator is my mediator. This indirect effect test is the only one you're focusing on. This is your z-score and your p-value. Those are the two statistics we're going to have you report. If this is significant, we have mediation. I do not have mediation. Last analysis with MedMod. Moderation. IV has predictor. Sorry, IV is numbers predictor. Mediator has, moderator is my moderator. DV is DV. And what you can see here, you're like, okay, how do I know if I have moderation? It's this line right here, if this were significant. This moderator line just tells me what we already know, that our moderator is significantly associated with our DV. This is just telling me that, again, this is your test of moderation. Your z-score was 0, your p-value was 1. This is not significant. It's greater than 0.05. That concludes all the statistical analysis you need to have.